Hi, so I'm here today to talk a little bit about why twin souls run from a connection. When the twin souls initially meet, the love they feel is so intense and immediate that the twins often don't know if they can trust in it because it goes against the logic and everything we're taught about love and the way the world works. We're taught that love is something that usually happens gradually, and you can only love someone if you get to know them. And when it's so immediate and it blows you away, a lot of people, the twins, think that it can't be love, it must be something else. Because this love is on the soul level, it shakes us to the core and it turns our world upside down, and we're scared really to let go of the way we think the world works, because we think we're going crazy when we feel this, and we fear losing ourselves and maybe our friends and family if they were to know that we believed in this. And often our friends and family do think we're crazy, and we sort of believe them because we think, how can this be true? How can this be happening? But also, on the other hand, twin souls are mirrors of each other. Therefore, in experiencing the connection and each other, everything within them that is to do with emotional pain or things that they aren't loving or accepting within themselves is brought to the surface to be healed. And a lot of twins initially think it's the other person or the connection itself that is causing all this pain. They don't initially realise that it's themselves rejecting themselves. So they run from their twin because really they're trying to avoid all their pain and all their inner issues, because they mistakenly believe that running away from them will somehow make them go away. And it's usually with time and distance that they slowly begin to realise that the pain isn't going away because they're ignoring it, and eventually they feel like they're losing themselves because they're pushing parts of themselves away, they're pushing their emotions away, their twin, who is the reflection of themselves and who they feel to be themselves. And a greater fear arises from losing themselves, and that becomes more scary than actually facing up to the issues and healing the problems. And they run because they are convinced that their twin is going to reject them, and if they reject them, they'll take that as proof as everything about themselves that they don't love and accept. They'll think that the rejection from their twin is proving that everything is right, that they don't accept in themselves. And these are the parts of themselves that they feel make them unworthy and not good enough, and the core of their insecurities and their emotional pain. Sometimes they even feel that this love is some sort of trick, because in the past they've been hurt or rejected or abandoned, and they feel, how can this person love me without even knowing me? Surely they are just loving an image of who they think I am. And as soon as they discover the real me, they're not gonna want to be around me anymore. And being hurt from the past, a lot of people have learnt to repress their emotions for self-preservation. So really, twin souls and mostly running away from themselves and their own pain because they don't know how to heal it, and they don't know what to do about it, so they just hope all the pain will go away if they try and deny this love and pretend it doesn't exist. Some twins even embark on lots of other relationships in order to try and prove to themselves that they can love someone else just as much as this person, their twin flame, because if they do love someone else just as much, then they'll think they're not crazy, and they can rationalise that they're not throwing something so good and so divine away. And this love will always be there, even if we try and deny the love, point the finger and blame the other twin. But the truth is, we predetermine with our twin soul and our spirit guides and soul family what will happen in our incarnations. So we pre-plan this temporary physical separation in order to learn and grow individually. If we were with our twin soul from day one, we wouldn't look as deeply within to find our soul consciousness. We go through this temporary physical separation because we can only fully unite with our twin souls when we are both vibrating with complete love energy. Because the soul is made of pure love, when we try to come into this relationship and there's issues and blocks and pain and fear, everything that isn't love, that keeps being reflected between the twin souls, and that repels them to go their separate ways so that they can work on themselves individually. It is all about finding self and loving self. This is the perfect mirror to show you everything about you that needs healing. Twin souls will fully unite when they are both reflecting this pure love and are coming at the connection through this love. Often my clients come to me asking me what they need to do in order to unite with their twin soul. But this temporary separation is a time to concentrate on looking within to what needs healing within yourself. There's no point in being a martyr to this connection and putting your own needs aside, because your own needs are your twin soul's needs as well, because you are one and the same. So trying to do too much to make the connection come together quicker is not in either of your interests. Twin souls need to remain open to the love, as in not blocking it or denying it, but at the same time not putting ourselves on the line all the time to be hurt over and over. It's a balance, basically, we have to find, which comes down to self-love and self-respect. If there is any blame or resentment between twin souls, that needs to be healed as well. Often twins harbour a lot of guilt and they criticise and blame themselves deep down, but on the surface, they point the finger at the twin. So we have to concentrate really on forgiving ourselves first, and then forgiving our twin soul will naturally come after that. We really need to surrender to our paths and trust that everything is happening the way it should be happening, and that our spirit guides are helping us. And we need to give up conditions, expectations, and the need for outcomes, because these are what are standing in the way of us really opening up to our souls. All of these difficulties that we go through are really just tests in preparation for us to come back to complete soul love, our true state, to bring us into our higher vibrations in preparation for our ascension and union with our twin souls and our soul families. I try to persuade my clients to constantly challenge their views about the way they think love should be based on what we are taught in society. We need to lift the veil of illusion, lift the veil of separation, because we are always one with our twin souls in soul. And this is our true state. So a lot of people think, oh, it's the soul, it's not the same as being united in the physical, but over time, as you awaken more and more and stay open to this, you'll feel that the soul really is the true state of this connection. And yes, physical relationships can occur, obviously, but they won't be harmonious until we are harmonious within. Many people also believe that morally you should only love one person at a time, but love is our true state, therefore no love is ever a bad thing. So I urge my clients not to wait for their twin souls or put their lives on hold for a romantic connection to happen, because you could be missing out on other opportunities, other learning curves, other love and karma which might need to be balanced with other soulmates. In conclusion, no matter how we might try and force this love or force ourselves to deny it, everything will happen in perfect timing. So the key thing is not to worry too much about it. I know that's easier said than done, but just concentrate on your own needs and loving yourself and creating your own happiness, because looking to the twin soul to fill in any voids will not work, because it will keep those voids within us will keep being reflected back to us by a twin soul. So we really have to spend time healing and figuring out what will really make us happy within ourselves. Thank you for listening. I hope I've answered some of your questions and given you some insight. You can find out more about twin souls, and I have channeled messages from my spirit guides on twinsoulmates1111.com.